Yeah, I've talked a little bit about it. Full Noblegarden event update here. We're going to go into, what you can do, how to do it quickly, run through all of the Noblegarden event stuff that's available this week as you push through it. This is porn? Yep, it is. It's called Noblegarden porn. Here you go.
Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dal, and the Noblegarden holiday is finally back, bringing with it a new opportunity for you to add new items to your collectibles, featuring a couple of mounts, a bunch of pets, lots of transmog pieces, and a few more other items. And this time for the War Within update, it also got with it a few new weapons to add to your collection, with most of the items being of flowery variety. However, I definitely did forget just how short-lived this holiday is, and it's not going to be around for too long.
Yeah, this event is short, and you got to collect the shit out of these eggs. This is probably, as far as WoW events go, the Noblegarden event has some of the rarest event items in the game to this date. He's going to talk about them, but there are some items that if you want to get them, you really got to grind them out as quickly as possible and as efficiently as possible, because just as quickly as this event shows up, it goes away.
Coming back to the game as of recently, there's a good chance you missed out on a lot of the rewards that have been added over the past few expansions. So I wanted to do an updated guide to the Noblegarden holiday event, going over how to maximize the currency gains to get all of the chocolates as quickly as possible to buy every single item that is available on these vendors, and how to unlock all of the other rewards that you get from the boss event that will be available in both Elven Forest as well as in Durotar. And with that, I kind of just want to jump into the guide as soon as possible. But right before that, if you want to see more updates for the War Within expansion, especially for the patch 11.15 coming out really soon, be sure to follow the channel and subscribe. But otherwise, let's dive right in.
Yeah. Real quick on the comment about the duck colors, FYI, I unlocked all colors on my alts, but they're not warband bound. So you can only have one color per alt if you did it that way. To have all the colors on any single tune, it's going to take you 6 years. He's going to talk about it, I'm sure, because that's a big one. The duck. He's talking about the duck transformation toy. The only way, wait. No, you won't be. They're not warband bound. Yeah, this is a 6-year grind. Blizzard already confirmed this, and they're not going to change it. He'll talk about it, I'm sure.
Is a very short-lived event that doesn't last for a very long time, giving players a very limited window to collect all of the items before they are gone until the next year. And this time around, they've actually updated the Noblegarden rewards a little bit. Last time they did a big update, I think was during Dragonflight, I'm pretty sure. But this time around, they got a War Within update. Not as big as the Dragonflight one, which added a whole new world boss for you to slay. But at least they do have new items on here, specifically new Noblegarden weapons, which I think we might have seen a recolor of some of these maybe on the train post, but I'm not 100%. There is 5 weapons in total, a staff, a punny bow.
I mentioned this. I feel like I'm so floweried and butterflied out from the trading posts. Like, none of this stuff is, like, intriguing to me in any way. Now, I never get any of this stuff anyways, but, like, just seeing it, I'm so burnt out on the flowers and the butterflies armor. This is like, okay, more of that, fine.
An axe,
if you like that stuff, you've been living good.
A dagger for you to pick from, and every single one of these items will set you back about 100 Noblegarden chocolates, which is the unique currency for this event. So that's going to be 100 times 5 weapons. You're looking at 500 Noblegarden chocolates. That's basically equivalent to a price of a full-blown mount that you can buy during this event. So it's going to take you a little bit of time to grind all of these out. However, hopefully these items are on the same loot table as the rest of the items in the vendor, which can technically potentially be looted while you're farming the chocolates and the eggs in order to buy all of these items. So hopefully you'll start seeing these on the drop table. We'll find out in the next few days if they start showing up for a handful of players. There's a potential for it. Otherwise, it's going to set you at least 500 chocolates overall. As for some of the other rewards available on the vendor, like I said, right before we get into the actual farming and how to get them as efficiently as possible, all of these items can actually drop from the eggs and the chocolates that you farm during this event. So if you get lucky on any of these items while you're doing the farm, there's a pretty good chance you could at least reduce the price cost of some of these. Like one of the better ones, the Swift Spring Strider, a mount that I actually seen for another player. I seen that drop from an
500,
egg, which is a really
500 chocolate. Is this the egg, the bird mount that you were talking about? Yeah, this does drop from the eggs too, but it's a 500 chocolate. That's a lot.
Really rare drop, but if you do get it, that's 500 less chocolates that you
500
need
chocolates
to obtain. But also, I'm pretty sure these mounts can be sold in the auction house as well.
Ooh,
So you could technically
52K.
make this event something that could potentially translate into thousands of gold to fuel your next few crafts of gear for the season.
This mount just goes to prove that rarity is the ultimate get for players in WoW, because this is one ugly-ass mount. I mean, come on, guys. This is a fucking ugly mount. But people want it, and they're going to pay 52K for it because it's rare.
Besides this, we also have pets such as the Spring Rabbit's Foot, a Noblegarden Bunny, as well as the newer addition from Dragonflight, a lovely Duckling. Then we also have a non-combat pet, the Mystical Spring Bouquet, as well as other items like a Noblegardener's Hearthstone. I'm a big fan of Hearthstone collections, so if you want to add this into your collection,
Oh, that's cool.
this one is definitely a fantastic option. There's also a unique toy just for the dragon riding mounts from the expansion of Dragonflight, like the 4 original drakes that you got as you level through that expansion. Those also have unique saddles and toys, and there is one of those toys that's available for this event called a Drake's Big Basket of Egg, as well as a variety of some of the more unique and sought after transmogs, from the dress to the suit and tie,
The bunny
some of the more
ears.
formal attire, but also the bunny rabbit ears. So definitely worth picking those up if you want to add them to your collection for future mod purposes, as they will be available during this event specifically. Besides this though, there's also questline rewards as well. If you've never completed them in the past, definitely should do them, because you can get a duck disguise toy from
Here it
Xena
is.
Brooks on the Alliance side, or from Sylvaria Fairflame over on the Horde side, that allows you to disguise yourself into a
Yeah,
duck.
this is the duck disguise toy. This thing, to get there are 6 different colorways of the duck that you can pick. You can only get one per year.
And as you do the questline, you could actually
Not warband bound.
get yourself one of the different appearances of the different ducklings to use as a disguise. Just something fun to utilize whenever you want to. You can also get the toy that's great for farming, the Eager Basket, that comes from a quest named A Tisker, a Tasket, a Noblegarden Basket, which is a short
Yeah,
quest
it's
line
clever.
that most players end up completing just for doing the actual event. Now we take a look at the rewards. Let's go over how to farm them as quickly as possible. And the way you'll be doing that is running circles, farming as many eggs as humanly possible. You find these eggs around multitudes of
I'm
different
sure there's an add-on for
locations.
this.
Goldshire is one of the places, any of the starting zone in areas. Dornogal is another location, but so is still Drazos from Dragonflight. So there's actually quite a few places where these eggs can spawn.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's an add-on for this. And no, the duck disguiser toy. It's called the duck disguiser. It's a toy, yes, and you could do the quest and you pick one of the disguises that you can have, and again, you do it once per year. 6 years to get all the disguises.
All you do is run around in circles and collect as many eggs.
There's an add-on
as
for
humanly
everything, yeah,
possible.
sure.
And that's really it. The actual activity itself, it's not difficult. It just takes a little bit of a grind, and the more efficient you are at grabbing up these eggs, the faster you can get all the currency necessary in order to buy all of these items to make the grind as quickly as possible. Now, one of the ways you can speed up this grind indefinitely is by adding an interact keybind. Basically, any item that's in front of you, it's able to be interactable with, so you don't need to right-click the egg and try to see if you can mouse over it, especially if the other players are crowding the eggs. Just use the interact
This is
keybind,
peak
and when
gameplay
you
right
interact
here.
with an item right in front of you, usually being the egg, you can loot it immediately. It speeds up the whole activity quite a bit and makes the process so much more seamless. Also, use the Noblegarden macro while you're doing this event. This macro will do a couple of things, like it'll try to open eggs in your inventory so you can loot items inside quickly, because those eggs will take up quite a bit of space.
Jeez.
It also removes the bunny effect that may appear sometimes. Every single time you loot an egg, there's a chance to transform your character into a rabbit, which makes it impossible for you to interact with certain items, and this immediately removes the buff, so you no longer have to worry about the activity itself. You also use the basket if you have the Egger basket in order to speed up your movement speed for a little bit. Makes it a little bit faster for you to farm out all these eggs. And lastly, some of the best hunting spots for eggs that I found. I think Goldshire is pretty much best in slot. It's really easy layout. You just run around the main inn. The eggs are in very much predictable corners, spaces, especially on the outside. There are other places that you can go to as well, but you can just run circles. Previously this event, you had to find a good camping spot and then farm an egg that keeps spawning there endlessly. But at some point, I don't know if it was...
I'll be honest, good for anybody who does this shit. I'm just watching him do it. I can't do this. I can't chase eggs all day. It's just not in me.
Last expansion or 2 expansions
I can't
ago,
focus
they
this
changed
long on
this so
something.
that multiple people can do the same egg. It still does despawn kind of quickly after like
God,
a
why are
few
we still
people nab it.
gotta
but
get a lot of
at least
eggs.
It's much better and easier to just run circles, so you can get more eggs.
The eggs have been in the same spots for
You don't have to
years.
compete with everybody just by sitting in one spot and farming one egg that spawns in one location. So it's actually better to just find a spot that you can just go in circles and just farm endlessly. So Goldshire, in my opinion.
Wait, so they spawn quick enough that you can literally run around the same house collecting eggs over and over and over? There's no way somebody doesn't have a bot already for this. If the egg is in the same spot every time, there has to be a bot program that you literally just let the bot run.
Honestly,
Now, obviously, that's what's it called? Terms of service, a TOS violation. So you got to be careful with using a bot to do this shit. But just saying, there's probably one out there.
a spot, whether you play Alliance or Horde, just make an Alliance character just for egg farming. I actually think this zone is probably one of the better ones. On the Horde side, I think Falconwing Square over in Eversong Woods, which is the Silvermoon area, is decent as well. It's a lot more out of the way, so there's a good chance not everybody's going to be rushing there directly because you have to take a portal and you can't fly in that zone, which is annoying. But once you get there, if you're just trying to beat the traffic, I think it is one of the better spots. They do also have a new location in Dornogal, as well as in Teldraszus if you choose another capital city, if you do choose another capital city instead. Now, the last other rewards that could come from the Noblegarden event is the Noblegarden World Boss. To spawn the boss, you have to basically find a massive giant golden egg and drag it towards where the boss spawns, which is in his nest.
Right.
The nest locations can be found on the map, either in Durotar or in Elven Forest.
You'll see people doing this all the time, and they're doing it for one reason and one reason only. The flying carpet mount. One of the rarest mounts from any event in the game.
Should see a star exactly
show it here in
where
a second,
the
I'm
boss
sure.
should be spawning. Now, when you slay the boss, you get yourself a loot-filled basket, and inside of the basket, you had to have a fairly low chance of about 3% or so to get the noble flying carpet.
There it is, the noble flying carpet. Yeah, it's got little eggy boys on the sides here. You can see them. This is rare. This is very rare.
Which is somewhat low, but I looked into it and it doesn't seem
The
to
love
have
rocket is the most rare. Yes, yeah. The love rocket is more rare, but this one right here is certainly one of the rare ones.
bad luck protection, but it does have a higher chance to drop on your first kill of the day. So
Yeah.
just by slaying the boss and looting this thing once a day on at least a character, apparently you have a higher chance to loot it. But I don't know for certain if it has anything like a bad luck protection where the chances keep getting higher until it's like a guarantee. I researched it. I couldn't find anything on bad luck protection for that one.
I don't think there is a bad luck protection because this mount, there's not a lot of people that have it. If there was bad luck protection, a lot of people would have it.
Specifically. And when you don't get the mount, you also have a chance to get the Spring Reveler's Turquoise Attire, which has pieces for either the dress outfit or the suit and pants.
One thing that makes that mount more rare too is that like I said, this event's very short. This is not like the holiday event. This isn't like the what's it called, the feast event for Thanksgiving. This one's very short, so the time to get it is small.
Type of outfit, and there's about 6 overall pieces to
Pretty sure
make
you got
up
it
the
on your first
entire
try.
collection
Fuck
of
you,
the
Clarmini.
Spring Reveler's Turquoise Attire.
Okay.
And as always though, I do want to thank all of you guys so much for watching this guide, and I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did enjoy it or found it informative, go ahead and give it a like. I would very much appreciate it. Jump into our Discord community, link in the description, in order to join in on the discussion, especially with a bunch of new content and updates coming out with the patch 11.15. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and as always, I'll see all of you guys in the next one.
There it is. That's the full Noblegarden update event. Nice video here from Dalaran Gaming. And go do the things, guys. Go do the things. And if you want to get yourself every duck disguise color, 6 of them in total, going to take you 6 years. So get on that grind, too.